Polish skater Maliszewska reveals traumatic Winter Olympics isolation. A Polish short-track speed skater recalled on Monday, crying like crazy, in the back of an ambulance after a 3 a.m. knock on the door of her isolation hotel room at the Winter Games by employees wearing cameras on their belt. Natalia Maliszewska, 26, described a traumatic experience during which she said she was ruled in and out of the games several times due to conflicting COVID-19 test results. "I was sitting in the ambulance. It was 3 a.m. I was crying like crazy because I didn't know what was going on. I did not feel safe at all," she said. Protests about isolation conditions and protocols have piled up in Beijing, with athletes complaining about the food, their mental health, testing and confusing procedures around being allowed to leave. The coach of the Finland men's ice hockey team on Sunday accused China of not respecting the human rights of Marco Antila, saying the 9th-round Chicago Blackhawks draft pick was not getting good food, and was under tremendous mental stress. More than 350 Games participants, including dozens of athletes, have tested positive on arrival in the Chinese capital since the 23rd of January. They are supposed to leave special quarantine hotels only once they are free of symptoms and test negative in 2 PCR tests 24 hours apart. The International Olympic Committee sport director, Kit McConnell, said on Monday the isolation of athletes was a top priority. He added that the IOC had held a call with Olympic officials from countries represented at the Games to understand the issues athletes were facing. "The athletes in isolation remain an absolute focus. There is a collective responsibility to support these athletes," he told a news conference. "That's not easy for anyone in that situation. We absolutely understand. There are still some individual circumstances which are challenging." The 26-year-old Maliszewska said she was rushed out of her isolation hotel in the ambulance in the early hours of Saturday morning. "They had told me at midnight that I could go out and 5 minutes later that I could not," she said. "They told me there's so many politics stuff that you will not understand. It's China." She said she tested positive again, but nevertheless was told she could train for the evening heats of the 500 meters, a discipline in which she is ranked 3rd in the world. "Then I got the message like half-hour before I was going to warm up that they made a mistake," she said. "Like the organization made the mistake and I cannot compete because I'm dangerous to people." She said she was tested again on Saturday evening and received a negative result the next morning. "I don't believe all those tests now," Maliszewska added. "I want explanations from the people who made me feel not safe, because nobody is saying anything now. They're silent."